Hey y'all, part 16, from his partner to his prey. So, this is where the fun starts, okay? I go to my neighbor's house. I'm covered in bleach. My kids are still at home asleep. The little dog is on the side of the house with the kids. The big dog is locked up. Tyler is still in the house. I'm in my neighbor's house. She's called the police. And when I walked in, her reaction was, like when I rang the doorbell, she was, shocked. We would speak to each other in passing, hey, how you doing? But it was, that's pretty much the extent of our interaction with each other. So then when she opened the door and I asked her if I could use her phone, she was like, yes, of course. At that moment, she didn't realize what was going on. It wasn't until I walked inside and she closed the door that the bleach literally rushed her. And she, like, almost, basically she almost, like, fainted because the bleach smell was so strong. As soon as I walked in and she closed the door, it kind of just all, like, whiffed up to her. And she was like, oh, God, I gotta, open the door back. So she opened the door back up and she called the police. And she asked me, of course, what was going on, what happened. I told her, my husband just doused me with bleach, just poured bleach all over me. He's still in the house right now. My kids are in there. I need help. She called the police. She was like, my neighbor is standing in my living room covered in bleach. I can't close my door because the bleach smell is so strong. It's literally all through my house. And she just walked in. And she was like, we need somebody over here. Her husband is in the house and he's still, acting some kind of way. So I stay over there with her while I wait for the police. Meanwhile, Tyler's still at home. I'm terrified because I don't know if he is in the bedroom. I don't know if he's doing something to any of the children. I don't know if he's doing something to the dog because the little dog Tyler bought for me. Remember that month that I told you that things were going really, really good? That's when Tyler bought the dog. He bought me the dog, and the next month, he flipped the script. So I'm over at my neighbor's house trying to stay calm, but at the same time, slowly freaking out in my mind. And the police finally get there. They come to my neighbor's house. And they, look for me, of course, and they ask me what's going on. I tell them, and they go to the house. After they leave out of my house, they come back. So I see one officer escorting Tyler in handcuffs to the patrol car. I see another officer walking towards my neighbor's house. And we were concerned because the officer that initially came over was like, we are not going to say anything. We're not going to say where she is. We're not going to say who called. We're not going to give any of that information to him. But they literally walked him outside when they came over to the house right next door to talk to me. So it was like, y'all saying y'all not going to say nothing, but y'all showed them. And actions speak way louder than words. So at this point, I'm getting concerned for my neighbor. What if he retaliates against her? So all of this is going through my mind while I'm standing here drenched in bleach. The dress that I had on has started to change colors. It was black. It has started to turn brown. And when the police came over to my neighbor's house, they talked to me, got the information about what was going on, and they told me, I want to escort you back into the house. So I go back into the house, and I see that all of my things have been destroyed. My kids are fine. The dogs are fine. The house is fine. All of my stuff that was in the bedroom, in the closet. Tyler had took all of his stuff out when he moved to go room with his coworker. So none of his stuff was in the house. Everything that was there was mine. All of my clothes, all of my shoes, all of my belts, all of my purses, all of my everything. Tyler cut it up, bleached it, threw it all over the place. There were piles that looked like mini sand dunes full of stuff that I had to throw away because it was cut up, damaged, bleached. He threw stuff in the tub, bleached it. He threw stuff in the shower. My closet was tore up. I had clothes and debris all over the closet, bleach everywhere. My room smelled, I mean, you would have thought somebody was just happy to clean over there because the bleach was literally so strong. The smell of the bleach was so strong. Yeah, so I get back in the house and I see this damage and I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't have no clothes. I'm trying to see what I can salvage, what I can, pull out to keep, if anything, because this was all I had. And I didn't know what to do. I was like devastated. Like, how could you do this to me? And I was hurt. I was sad. I was broken in that moment. I was numb and broken. Imagine. So I started, like I said, just cleaning up, trying to piece things back together so that I could take a shower and try to get some sleep. I ended up finally falling asleep like sometime maybe about 8, 9 the following morning because I couldn't sleep. So we ended up going to, I almost skipped over something that I don't need to skip over. Now, when we bought this house, the realtor that assisted us was Tyler's cousin by marriage. This realtor was married to his cousin. And this was like his only family that he had in Georgia, near where we lived. They lived in the same city where we lived. And so I okay. So after Tyler went to jail, I'm not sure if he called somebody or what happened or how that transpired, but after Tyler went to jail, his cousin, the one who's married to the realtor, she stopped by the house. She stopped by the house to talk to me, to ask me to drop the charges and have him, taken out of jail. Like, what was I doing? As if she didn't see none of the stuff. Like, I couldn't clean up all of that stuff that fast. As far as, like, the damaged stuff that he had broken up, I couldn't clean all of that stuff up that fast. Because all of this happened within, 2-3 days. So the amount of stuff that he had broken up, I got it out the way so the kids wouldn't get hurt. But a lot of that stuff was in the garage waiting for trash day. So she comes over and she sees this stuff. She sees that I don't have a phone. I don't have any way to communicate with anybody. And she tells me that I should, get him out of jail. I made a post on Facebook and his, Tyler's sister and one of Tyler's brothers, because he has two, an older and a younger. His older brother is the one that I went to college with, right? That's familiar with me, right? Both of them told me to unalive myself, change my last name. I was not a part of the family. I was too weak to be in their family. They couldn't understand why I had Tyler in jail. Like, it was my fault that Tyler was in jail. So in the midst of me wrapping my head around everything that's going on, I'm also being attacked by my in-laws who are, supposed to be my family as well. So yeah, let's go to part 17.